Hi folks, it's New Whistle Introduction Day. I have a Shush Pro High D. Well, it doesn't look like this. This is a really nifty case. And I'm using the word introduction intentionally. I have used the word review previously, and this is kind of a review, but it's more an introduction. You and I want to know what are the characteristics of a whistle in order to decide to buy it. Those are conversations many of us have had together. You don't first want to know my opinion of the whistle. You want to know what's the whistle like. Some of us like that classic tone. Some of us like a different quality of tone. Some of us want breathy. Some of us don't want breathy. Some want loud. Some want soft. So many different things. So my task is to describe that to you. I bought this whistle from the folks at bigwhistle.com. Shout out to them. And when I first was shopping for my Howard, bigwhistle.com became my favorite website. To be honest, I didn't buy my Howard from them. I bought it from Howard because I wanted the experience of buying from Howard, because I knew one day down the road I'd want to be able to say Howard's the place to buy. Big Whistle's the place to buy. And to be honest, I like both of them. Whoever's going to give you the best price, go to Howard, go to Big Whistle, go somewhere else. It's all right. But Big Whistle offered me discounts because they know that we're together as a community and I'm introducing whistles to you. And I think out of the kindness of their heart, they knew that I wasn't going to buy tons of whistles at a time because I'm on a budget. And I appreciate what they did for me. And they didn't even ask me to say any of that. They said I didn't even have to, but I want to because I appreciate them. And I like their store. Their prices are good. Their offerings of their inventory is really good. They're good folks. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. So the Shush Pro High D. Take it out of its case. And I could include a bunch of pictures because it's a really cute whistle, but I'm not gonna, because I'm gonna say, please go to the Shush website. A couple of reasons for that. One, the purpose of this whistle is spoken partially in the name. Shush, it's quieter. Tell you how they do that in a moment. But they also provide like the readouts of certain dynamic testing of the whistles. I think that's awesome. I'm glad whistle manufacturers are starting to do that kind of thing. This is a great website. It's a simple website. It's on target. Right now, Shush provides two whistles. Their original and the Shush Pro. The whistle, they just say, is built off of classic whistle design. And I like them saying that. The Shush Pro provides some qualities that the original doesn't. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see their offerings expanding, but I haven't heard that from them. Actually, I haven't even sent a request into that with that specific question to the folks at Shush, but I have been chatting with a few of them. So anyway, fun stuff for me. The whistle is great. One of the things I want to tell you about it, I'm going to do my best to not talk about it forever because I geek out on some of this stuff. But I'll give you enough of it. And I am going to put this video into chapters so that if you don't want to hear me geek out a little bit, you could skip this. So the tone quality of the whistle, well, the music happens sort of in the body, and the placement of the holes determines whether it's on key or not and whether you're actually going to get a note. But the magic happens in the head. And what Shush have done so brilliantly is, so you've got the airway where the air comes in, and then it hits this, the hole in the blade, and the blade, it cuts the air. Sounds odd, but it throws some of the air out of the whistle, and it sends the rest of the air into this oscillating motion. So there has to be a chamber here, and then as you continue blowing, it pushes that oscillating air down the whistle. And so that's what creates the sound waves that you use to make music. Now, some whistles have the blade down in further, and it shoots a lot more air out, and so that's when you get that really airy, breathy sound. Some have it up high, and it's kind of really hard to make a tone because you've got to blow so much harder to get any air out. And then there's this sweet spot somewhere in there that everybody tries to find theirs. And on the Pro, that is set so that this whistle is not very breathy at all. But they've made the blade so it's a softer cut, and so it somehow, and I'm sure they wouldn't tell me. I don't know the dynamics of what's going on exactly in here, but they've crafted something unique about the blade here, and you can even see that with the little beautiful little metal insert there. And then they have even added then some softening resin down into specific locations in the head. Things are not going to divulge to the rest of us, and they shouldn't. Proprietary stuff. And what that does, as the air oscillates in there, it actually creates sort of a gentleness to the air, but it also adds to a depth of the volume of the tone. Okay, enough geeking. Let's start listening to this thing. After all, you came here to listen to it. From some of the reviews on their website, even from their website, you can see some of the tuning, and so I won't get into depth on that. The whistle plays beautifully in tune. Every whistle has variation, top to bottom, on how in tune it is on the high end, on the bottom end. It's a compromise that exists based on the instrument, just the nature of a whistle. So this does play very nicely in tune. I'd like to play a scale and mess around just a little bit to give you a sense of the tone qualities, and then we'll talk about some of that. Remember, the first thing they're promoting is that this is a more gentle tone. Nothing in particular, just messing around, hitting the scale. Let me do an arpeggio. I am an opinion. I'm really impressed with the complete ease of playability. From a tone quality description, this is not a breathy whistle. If you want a breathy whistle, you want the other shush. If you want a quiet, breathy whistle. But there's a bit of a depth quality to the whistle that I've not noticed in some other traditionally focused whistles that I really like about this one. I like the quietness. It's not so quiet. One of the things about the tone quality I found is if I try and play it loud, there are certain notes at which the whistle breaks because it's like I'm fighting it. And it's like, don't fight me. So, but to be honest, that's when I try and play the whistle in a way it's not meant to be played. See, if you really overblow it, it's going to react more than some of my other whistles. But that's because I'm supposed to play it more gently. And now and then I just like something gentle and delicate. And I think that's what the Shush Pro does for us. And so, nice tuning. I think the tone's nice. Now and then I do get some of that, not all the time. You know, some of the traditional whistles are chirpy in every note. Yes, you saw a little bit of my opinion in my face there. This one's a little chirpy now and then, and that is going to appeal to some of you, and it appeals to me a little bit. I prefer that pure clean tone. The Shush Pro leans to clean with some chirpiness in it. It did take me a day to get used to it because it plays slightly differently than some of the others, but it's a delightful sit around the house whistle. When I play, I'm in the study and the living room's over there, and I normally close the door because my wife's maybe sitting out there reading or watching something, and you got to close the door. I probably wouldn't have to as much with this whistle. So tone, gentle, a richness to it, not breathy, minimal chirpiness, plays easily bottom to top, plays in tune, very responsive. You know, some whistles you're trying to play a note and you're going, you know, you're doing a roll or something and you go, I have to wait for the whistle to catch up with me. Not this thing. It's very responsive. If I play it hard, the tone gets a little fragile. But again, that's not why this whistle was made. So don't fight it. Play it in what it's made. Accept the gentle depth of this whistle and the occasional chirpiness of it. That makes it quite delightful. As far as the target audience, me living this close to my neighbor, if you're in an apartment, definitely if you're playing in a scenario where you want something soft and gentle, or you're playing a tune that you want leaning toward a classical tone and you would like it softer and more gentle, it's really good for that. In this video, I'm not going to play this side by side with some of my other high Ds. I will do that soon in another video. It's a little more expensive than a lot of high Ds in this category, but I'd say that's because this whistle is customized. It hits a specific niche in the market. And so I would say if you're after that narrow band of I want the gentleness, I want the softness, I want the richness with a little chirpiness in it still, then you'll happily pay the price and it's worth it. So that's my opinion on that. So listen to me, listen to a couple other folks who reviewed it. It's a beautiful whistle. My opinion, this is a keeper. And I will play this. I have some other similar whistles that I have purchased that I thought would be keepers that are keepers, but they're not players all the time. This will be a player. I don't know. I need to play it more before I add more comments. Until next time, my friends, this is Scott Shade. Let me know if you've got specific questions. Happy whistling.